Well, hey there, everybody. It's Spitball Media time. Welcome back to our weekly entertainment podcast where we spit out the top entertainment stories of the week. And you can spit. We're just going to spit it right in your mouth. My name is John Draper. Joining me is the king of the Midwest. He puts the burly in the B there. He's Beach O'Brien, everybody.
Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, for you Ferris Bueller fans. It's a way back. I'm getting fucking
That's
old.
a reference.
How's it going, dude?
Good, good. We just want to do a quick program note. We're gonna have a few program notes. Shah is joining us a little late. He's got some stuff he's taking care of. He's running late, but he wanted to jump on the show, and we're just gonna get crack-a-lacking with you because we had some people chilling in the chat, and we were late to get started, so we wanted to get on that right away. But thank you for checking us out. If you're joining us for the first time, we really appreciate it. Please consider going to our Patreon. Our Patreon has oodles and oodles of content exclusive to the Patreon. For many years, we're talking about 1,200 hours of exclusive content, B-Show, for the low price of $5 a month.
$5, man. I just saw a report today about McDonald's raising prices, Taco Bell up like 113% over a year or two.
Jesus.
We're not doing that. $5 a month gets you in, gets you access. You're not a herb. You don't want to be a herb. Who wants to be a herb?
And B-Show, we have one tier that gives you everything, and it's been the same price for 3.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before, like if there's other stuff we could offer, but honestly, we think it's pretty fair, and we do Q&As. We should do another hangout at some point. I know it's hard to do, but
for the summer, a summer hangout, maybe 4th of July week or something like
sausage party, Spitball sausage party,
Spitball sausage party, Spitball Media sausage party. But yeah, you want to go to patreon.com/Spitball Media. It's just $5. It's only $5. It's only always going to be $5. We're not even close to raising it. We would never raise it, and we just keep adding content to it all the time. I dropped a solo show. I think Shah didn't get that solo show out yet, did he?
No, but people are raving about yours, by the way. I haven't had a chance to catch it yet.
Oh, yeah. I went a little deep. B-Show, I went a little deep in the paint. I just, I mean, we kept it with movies. We talked a lot about movies and stuff like that. But, please consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Meetup. $5. There's a great group of people there. And, of course, the coup de grace, monthly coup de grace, is the monthly question and answer show. That's where we spend, an entire show every month answering any question on any topic from everybody in the Patreon, B-Show.
I know. And last week, we recorded last week. Last month's show was amazing. And it just feels like the questions are getting better and better. And we're always surprised a little bit. I know the fuck, marry, kills have taken off on a life of their own. But I mean, it's everything. It's like life questions. It's movie questions.
Music.
All sorts of shit. Yeah.
TV, like comics. People get very particular life stuff. There's really, you can ask whatever you want in the Patreon. You have carte blanche, but please consider going if you haven't. It's just $5. Give it as a gift. You know what I mean? Hey, Father's Day is coming up next month. What a great Patreon gift, B-Show.
Spit in dad's mouth. Spit right in there.
Spit right in your father's mouth. Or if you're a dad, tell your kid, hey, spit this in my mouth. I won't call CPS. I won't tell anybody. I'll let it slide that one time. Because it's for the show. But yeah, I dropped a solo show a couple weeks ago. I haven't done one in a long time. B-Show dropping mad solo shows. Shah's got a solo show he's trying to put together about the films that inspired him. He's been working on that. And hopefully he can get on here soon because we got some great stuff we want to cover tonight. But thank you for checking that out. Of course, my friend Rich Dow is there in the chat. We got Joe Punches, Chris Matthews. Slave Cheeks is chilling. He's chilling in there right now. I always feel bad if I'm going to miss somebody. So it's like I'm always like constantly looking in there. But we are live, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad I got a lot of incredible feedback about the solo show. I feel like B-Show, anytime we do a Patreon show, if I'm involved, it's got to be in the morning.
It's funny. I've enjoyed the times when you've been a little lit, but the last one, I don't know if it's because we were all awake and coherent, and it wasn't at the end of a long week on like 11 o'clock on Friday night.
Yeah.
It just seemed to really go well. And we dug deep, and I think it was a lot nicer because sometimes we want to get through everybody's questions and not take too much time, but we actually this time like dug in, and half of that show could have just been like, hey, give us 3 topics and we'll go deep on them. What was like 2 hours, 12 minutes?
It was like it was well over 2 hours. Yeah. For the first time in a while. So, and we got to everybody's questions. Everybody did an awesome job. And by the way, the question and answer for June is up right now. So you guys can send that in literally right now. If you have a question on your mind, get it out there. And we appreciate all the interactive stuff and everybody hanging out with us a little bit. But it's an interesting week in entertainment news, B show, because today the media gods blessed us with a little event I did not know was happening. I don't know if you knew was happening. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but I have to tell a quick story as an addendum to last week. So last week, I believe on the Patreon, possibly, I was talking about taking the afternoon off to going to see Furiosa, that I got a thing from Regal to see Furiosa. So I had a 12 o'clock showing in RDX, which is the step right above regular viewing, right before IMAX and, and all that other shit. So I
Yeah.
upped my ticket for free as a Regal member, and I got out of work at noon, and I was like, you know what? I could be there in like 15 minutes. What's up, Marquise? Marquise Johns is chilling. I could be there in like 15 minutes, and then like not even, and I'll miss all the trailers and stuff. So it'll be perfect, right? I'll walk in about 12:20 ish, and the movie will start. So I was really excited to see this. I talked about it on the show. I got my ticket. I got it in the RDX. Showed up. Now my birthday was in May, so when I went to get food, they said, "Oh, you get free concessions today." And I was like, "Holy shit! I get free concessions! I didn't pay anything." So I had free soda, free giant popcorn, and got upgraded to RDX. Sounds like a slam dunk, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about last week how it's a pain in the ass because the food's so expensive. That was like an answered prayer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So didn't spend a dollar, didn't spend a dime. So it's not that crowded, but it was a little crowded. So I walk over to the guy, I got the big popcorn, the soda, I got everything for free. I go, hey, I just got to show you my ticket on my phone. I hand the guy my phone. He scans it, nothing. He scans it, nothing. He scans it, looks at it, looks at me, looks at my phone, and says in the most polite way possible, sir, are you aware this is for the 24th and today is the 17th? No! I never looked at the date. I just fucking looked. And so now there's nobody behind me. So I'm like, give me 1 second. I look and see what's the most recent film coming up, and Planet of the Apes had started at noon. So I just hit the ticket, bought a ticket. There's like 3 people in a giant theater. Planet of the Apes. I was like, all right, I'll go see Planet of the Apes. It was great. It was so
Really?
good. It was really, really good. Like, it's a good film. I'm not even gonna front, and I don't know if I was just like maybe in a mood and I just was a little embarrassed, and I was like an hour in, I got very it got me emotional. Like, yeah, it's heavy. It's
Wow.
got a lot of themes, dude. Like, it's not about apes, yo. Like, Planet of the Apes ain't about apes. It's about the way we treat animals and the way we treat each other, and like war and like death and enslaving people and treating people badly. And I just became overwhelmed. And I'm sitting there in the wrong movie, crying, watching Planet of the Apes in my fucking popcorn. I'm like, am I crying? Like, what the fuck is, like, what am I going through menopause? Like, what the fuck is going on? But it was very good. I mean, have you seen the reviews for it? It's got great reviews.
Well, I was just pulling it up while you were talking about it because I was actually surprised. A friend of mine's been trying to talk me into watching this. I haven't seen one since the Franco one, but
I've seen them
80%
all.
on critic score, 79% audience score.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
damn good.
pretty damn good. Shah's joined us. Is that the Prince of Philadelphia, born and raised?
This is the peasant of Philadelphia right now.
Peasant of Philly.
Yeah, sure.
Shah, I just told the story. You know that this happened because I told you guys when I went to the wrong movie and thought Furiosa was playing.
It's funny. I heard really good things about this Planet of the Apes movie.
It's so good. I'm not even fronting. Like, Bisho, could you just pull box office? Because I think it's doing
Yeah.
well. Like, I don't think it's doing poorly. Shah, it's just the shit doesn't look too CGI, even though you know it's CGI. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
242.
this new girl I started talking to, she's like not into horror movies, but she's trying to sell me on going to see this, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you don't need to know dick about dick. It's Planet of the Apes.
I don't know much about Dick, so yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to know dick about shit. It's just Planet of the Apes. But yeah, like I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't see it on purpose. Like, I saw it by accident. The shit looks good. Like, it's very heavy. Very. I don't know. It just made me feel like sad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, Shah? Like I was telling B Show, like, it ain't about apes, dude. It's not. I feel like it's about like animal rights and slavery, and like the themes in this are like empire and it's in war and animal, like Like it's heavy. Like I enjoy these movies. Shah, you haven't seen any of the reboots, right? All four. You haven't seen any of them, right? You seen one of
No,
them?
the last one I saw was the Tim Burton one, the awful version from like 2002 or whatever. That
Wahlberg,
was,
yeah, that's a piece of garbage.
that
But
shit was
but Shah, that had practical effects at the very least. You know, everybody's
it just, I don't know, man. It was super cheesy, I thought.
bad movie, bad movie. So yeah, so I enjoyed it, man. I was like, I don't know, man. Like if Chop, you see, you got to tell me like there's some parts of it that are really heavy because it's like, you know, the theme really is like, because really Planet of the Apes, guys, is about like animal abuse and slavery and like enslaving uh, beings when you're the superior race. That's what it's always been about. Like those Planet of the Apes movies, Chop, you've seen the OG, right?
Yeah.
They're heavy on the 60s vibe, dude. Like that's like, you know what I mean? As they progress, they got more and more about civil rights. I know that sounds crazy to say, but seriously, Shah, like I think this is really about like civil rights and war. I don't know that it's really. I think like you forget that they're apes, like because it's just that's all that's in the fucking movie.
Yeah, she saw the movie and she said it was super sad. So
Sad. It's heavy, very heavy.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to sign up for that, man. I love animals to death, and like anything to do with animals that's gonna make me sad.
Yeah,
I don't need that in my life. I'm already traumatized enough. I don't need that in my life.
B-Show, you said you only saw the Franco one, which is a lot of talky.
Yeah, you know, was it the one where John Lithgow had Alzheimer's and Franco's trying to cure it?
Yeah, and at the end, Caesar becomes coherent or whatever.
Yeah. So I thought that one was all right, and I saw the Tim Burton one. I didn't think that one was too bad, but it is cheesy as shit.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to think of how far it's come. Where before it was like Charlton Heston and people in ape costumes, and now you're crying because it's so heavy and loaded.
Shah, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. An hour in, I didn't realize I was crying because there was some heavy. It was heavy. Like the shit that happened was fucked up, and I don't like. I can't. I'm like Shah. Like I'm out. Like if an animal's hurt, I'm out. Like I can't. But you have to remember, it's Planet of the Apes. Everybody's an ape. So it's just like there's no human superiority in this movie.
Oh,
Shah,
okay. So it's all apes. There's no humans. Like
there's one human. There's two. I don't want to give because there's a very huge actor cameo in this that I did not know that is not credited. That is in the second half of the movie. That you're like, get the fuck out of here, and it's apropos of nothing. There's a young girl who is the female star of the movie, but other than two humans, everyone else is like a drooling lobster. I mean, they don't like the humans don't speak because it's now hundreds of years since it started. It's 400 years, I think, after Caesar. Caesar being the most coherent, like the king. And Caesar's badass. I used to love Caesar. But Shah, like I'm sitting there, hand to God, dude. I feel myself, and I'm like, the fuck, like this. I'm like, I'm fucking crying at Planet of the Apes. Like, oh my God, dude. I don't like to see any kind of animal in pain, dude. I don't care. And I know
that's why I can't watch John Wick, man. Once I heard like how the movie starts out, I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool, but I don't know if I can watch that shit.
Yeah. You get like once you get past that and know that like he killed, I don't know, be sure what they said, like 400 people he killed in those 4 movies, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It does lose its, you know, the sting of it does kind of go away pretty quick. Plus, it is cathartic. You know, you see what they do to the dog, then he goes on a rampage. It's like, You know.
Shot. I mean, for 400 people for one puppy, I think is a good deal. I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a good ratio.
Yeah, I know you would be down. Like, I think if you, that would be what Shah would probably be like a real John Wick if somebody killed the dog.
Dude, if Shah won Mega Millions, he would just be the John Wick.
Shah, like people talk the talk. Shah's the kind of guy that, like, if he saw somebody like throw a dog, like kick a dog, like he's getting locked up. Well, like he's not even thinking twice about it.
Let me give a quick side story without incriminating myself. So there was 2 times, right? So one time in North Philly in Temple, I have to say, I'm sorry. One time in North Philly at Temple, there was a frat house, and we saw this drunk white dude kicking a kitten.
Oh,
so I can share this one. It's fine. The next one, I kind of have to.
Yeah, you might want to censor yourself a little bit.
Long story short, we jumped the shit out of this dude and took the kitten. And my friend in Brooklyn, Josh, he still has the cat till this day. It's an old cat now. But last time I was in Brooklyn, I actually got to see the cat, and I was like, "Is that the one that we fucking rescued?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucking great." Next one, when I was with my ex, not the last one, the one before that, right?
Right.
when I was with her, she had no idea I was like that crazy with animals. So we were going down Center City, and I saw this old man. I shouldn't say old. Like he was probably like in his he was older than me. I don't know. I don't want to age the guy. But he was dragging his dog, and I could tell the dog was tired.
Oh God.
And it's Center City. He didn't feel like carrying it, so he was dragging the dog. So I told her, I said, I'm going to pull over real quick. I was like, yo, just watch my car real quick because I can't find parking. I'm just going to put the blinkers on. Just watch the car real quick. Don't worry about it. I'll explain in a second. I pretty much stalked this man until he went into an alley. And long story short, I came back with a dog and we gave the dog to somebody else.
Yeah. You're John Wick. He's Shah Wick. Shah Wick. I love that. Shah Wick.
One of my proudest moments. I have no regret.
I don't doubt it for a second. Like
he was a piece of shit. He deserved it.
Like if somebody like ever did something bad to it, like an animal that I owned and I knew I had to put like a small crew together, that's the first number I'm calling. I'd be like, yeah, you need to get down here. It's like, you need to get down here tonight. But yeah, Bisha, this doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No, the best part too is he's like setting it up like, this one time, I got this. Well, there was 2 times. It's like one of those. It's like the crazy guy, that has that one really bad, like he killed someone's story, and then he just slightly casually mentions there's another one. Yeah, I have a feeling there's more stories like this, Shah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, but this is the thing. Like I know, like this is the way he is. Like Shah and I chase spiders around our house and release them in the backyard. Like,
absolutely.
You think we're gonna let a dog or a cat or a bird or like a frog or like no. I'm not into that. Like to me, shout out to Mr. Yarsifer. Drew Yarsifer's in the house. So yeah, everybody, of course, in the chat is like, of course, Shah did that. Like, nobody's least bit surprised. But yeah, Shah, I liked Planet of the Apes. I thought it was good. I just wanted to bring that up because, I mentioned on my solo show that like, yeah, I wanted to see it. Then I thought about it and I was like, no. But Furiosa weekend this weekend supposed to be pretty good, Shah. I think I'm going to see it Saturday.
Nice, man. Let me know how that is, because again, the trailer really didn't sell me on it, but I'm hearing good things. So I mean, I'll give it a shot if you co-sign it, I'll give it a shot.
Well, she's making the rounds. She's on every talk show, looking better, I think, than ever. Of course, we're talking about the incredibly beautiful and talented Anya Taylor-Joy, who is just now. Shah, I said to Bisho, this is her first time opening a huge film. She's never had to like open a blockbuster. You know what I mean?
She did Mario. She did Mario, but
she did. First of all, the voice, and that's Mario. She's not selling that. They would have done the dude if Cloris Leachman did the voice for Princess Peach, people would have saw that, and she's been dead for 10 years. If Marge Simpson did the voice for Princess Peach show, it still would have made $1 billion.
That's true.
She didn't have to open that movie. I'm saying she's the top billing star of this film. And I think this is $160 million film.
I mean, dude, good luck making that back. Holy shit, 160 million?
I think so, 120, 160. But we'll see. We will see. But Shah, the big story today, we want to get to it right away. The trailer of this is a movie that maybe most of us never thought would happen. Decades in the making. Still can't believe it's happening. Beetlejuice, the actual trailer came out today. The actual 2-minute trailer. And Shah, have you seen it yet?
I have not. I was purposely waiting till we do the show.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna stop, of course, because this definitely seems like something we would get flagged for. So we're just gonna stop because we have a bunch of great trailers that we want to get to. So we're gonna kick it off with the Beetlejuice trailer.
Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Wow.
I love Winona Ryder, man. Oh.
We saw this before, this little clip, the teaser.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
Crazy. All right, Bisha, let's stop for a quick second. Shah, right off the bat, I have to say, Winona Ryder rocking the same look as the 17-year-old Winona Ryder. It's a little weird.
It is a little. I feel like she's almost like the Mia Goth of like the 90s. It's like what she reminds me of.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely. Yeah, she in her heyday, she was on fire with a ball. But I mean, she's literally wearing the same clothes and the same hairstyle at 50. She was wearing.
Yeah, but they kind of have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Do they though? It's weird.
Yeah,
do you think they know there's a bunch of dudes that are into that and they want to see that because that's their crush from back in the day?
like the first thing I noticed was like, oh my God, she's in the same clothes and the same haircut at 50. She's my age, I think, right? So she's playing 50, let's say.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
It's not like Phoebe Cates in the One Piece coming out of the pool at 50. You know what I mean?
Bet
She's
you if
wearing
she
a
did it now,
frock.
you would still feel the same way.
True.
Anyway, let's just play. We also wanted to make sure we didn't get flagged, so let's play. So Winona Ryder's about to tell her daughter a little story here. Oh, there we go.
A trickster demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him. I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic.
Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't
Oh,
ever
shit.
say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid, I am serious. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
I gotta stop it.
Now, Shah, there's a cameo in here. I just found this out today. I didn't recognize it in the trailer, but I don't know if B-Show knows it, but somebody we all like quite a bit is in this movie, uncredited. B-Show, do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe I don't want to say it just in case.
I don't want to say it. Shah, so Shah, you haven't seen any of this, right? So
No, this is my first time.
all right, so
reacting
let's see if you identify very quickly who this is. It's coming up, I think, pretty soon.
Did you guys
It's not
notice he was sitting at a desk like he's been?
No,
fucking...
I had no idea it was in until people talked about it after.
No. Beetlejuice. When they showed him at the beginning, it was quick, but he's sitting at the desk like he's been a civil servant. They have that joke in the first one: if you commit suicide, you become a civil servant in the afterlife.
Oh yeah, forever. Yeah, you spend eternity as a civil servant. All right, let's go.
The living,
Oh shit!
the dead. Can they coexist? That's what we're here to find out.
Looks very Beetlejuicy.
Where's Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
That's mostly all practical effects.
Oh shit!
Beetlejuice!
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
September, wow. Now, Shah, I wasn't talking about your boy Willem Dafoe or the always gorgeous Monica Bellucci, who we're all familiar with in some regard. Did you miss the cameo because it's very subtle?
Yeah, I must have because I thought it was Willem Dafoe.
No, because he's credited. There's a guy. He's got a strong tie to Philadelphia. There, Shah. Where is it, B-Show? It's so quick.
Will Smith? What the fuck?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Danny DeVito is in Beetlejuice as one of the spirit, as one of
What?
the.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
look it up. Yeah, he's in it. It's very quick. Very quick. It might be really hard to pin down. He's in it like in that little post. It's coming. No, not you're stay around here for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I think he's the guy who puts the electrocution shit together. Let's see.
Oh, like the floor buffer or something?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So I didn't know about Monica Bellucci or Willem Dafoe, by the way. Let's see.
I mean,
I thought
honestly,
that's who
this
you were talking
cast
about.
alone has sold me. I mean, Willem Dafoe.
Here we go. Here we go. It's
Danny
coming up.
DeVito.
There he is. He's right there.
It's the
Yeah,
floor
Danny
buffer,
DeVito's
yeah.
in it. He's
What?
spirit in it.
That's
Yeah.
very awesome.
Yeah. And yeah. So Shah, I want to get there he's right there. That's Danny DeVito.
Yeah, that was perfect timing right there.
That's amazing, B-Show.
Look at
Shah, your
B-Show.
thoughts, man?
I honestly love it based on the trailer. My only complaint was the sandworm. When it opened its mouth, the CGI looked awful. But I mean, the CGI for the rest of it looks pretty good.
Well, remember, most of it is practical effects. You could tell we're dealing
Yeah.
with some practical effects here.
Like hold on, when this right there, that looks terrible.
Yeah, that looks
Come on,
very
yeah.
cartoonish.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
But the practical effects look like OG Tim Burton practical effects. I'm sure the set is going to be incredible. Yeah, I think I'm on board. B-Show, your thoughts? You're a big fan of the OG?
You know, I'm checking a few things at the door. Obviously, they're older, so Michael Keaton's, he doesn't have as much energy, but
No.
he looks funny and he looks like he's having a good time. And there's enough cool cameos to keep it moving. And I'm excited, man. I can't wait for this to come out.
Yeah, now I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. What do you think about when it's coming out? Because they're not trying to compete with Halloween per se. They're not trying to compete with summer blockbusters per se. September 6th, I think that's probably, I haven't looked at the calendar, Bisho, but I might guess that's Labor Day weekend.
Probably,
Okay.
probably.
Okay. What do you think about it coming out in September?
I was surprised it wasn't coming out closer to Halloween, but maybe if people are going to see it, they'll extend the run. So who knows?
That's what I'm thinking too. Or they'll put the original back in afterwards.
Possibly, or there's a lot of people that get it started early, like the Halloween spirit,
yeah.
Halloween and shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
for
big
sure.
culture thing now.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this is an excuse to not compete with Halloween movies that are coming out, and
Maybe.
also
Yeah.
to kind of start the season early. I could see an ad campaign around that, but
Yeah,
possibly.
for sure. Shah, what do you think about it coming out in September? That's not what I thought it was a summer film.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought this was going to be like a summer blockbuster because I mean the property is big enough. Like it's
Oh, for sure.
it's a big franchise at this point now. I'm guessing they're going to extend it till Halloween because like this. I mean, it's not like a horror movie, but it's got
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to ask you guys too before we move on. Is Beetlejuice a horror movie? I mean, if not, what is it? Like, or even the chat. I know a lot of people talk about it in the chat. Some people say they're on board. Some people, like Chris Matthews, is like, I love it, but September, Joker 2 comes out in October. That's what Drew Yari's saying. And let's not forget Terrifier 3 comes out in October. October is loaded, I think, if we really look at I think there might be a big kids movie, possibly cartoony thing coming out. Shot, like I would have put this out maybe holidays. Don't ask me why, because it doesn't really have anything to do with Halloween. But let me ask you a question. Do we think this is going to live up to the hype? Shah, yay or nay?
I think so. I'm on board with this, man. This honestly impressed me a little bit more than I anticipated because going into it, I thought it was going to be dog shit. I mean, revisiting this after like what 20 plus years, almost
More
30
than
years.
that. I mean, Bisho, 33.
1988, yeah. So
Oh my
34.
God! I was a junior in high school. I'm 53 years
36.
old.
Fuck, I was a year old.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Jesus,
88.
dude. Ugh.
Jesus Christ, dude! Bush Senior was president. No, Reagan was president.
Oh shit!
Then Bush Senior. Oh my God! This came out in the
man.
summer of '88. Reagan was president.
I feel ancient now. Jesus Christ.
B-show hype, living up to it, yay or nay?
I think so. I think it's going to be impossible to live up to 36 years of anticipation, but it looks like they're doing a good fucking job. Tying some stuff in with the original, with her possibly getting married and similar ties to the original movie. I saw a photo of her. She looked kind of like Barbara Maitland in the wedding dress, kind of a throwback to that.
Yeah, Jen Ortega's cute too. I love
yeah.
that it's Jen Ortega. That was perfect casting. Look, I'm not going to front. Michael Keaton looks a little old, but I think he's going to pull it off. I mean, I'm excited. Drew Ari wasn't even born yet. Chris Matthews was 10. Oh, he's 9. Yeah, we're excited about it. Clearly, this is when it comes out. We're probably going to do a big expo on it. Shah, would you go see that in a movie theater?
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those movies I would have to experience in the movie theater. Like there's a lot of horror movies coming out where I'm okay with watching them on Shudder or whatever the fuck. But again, this feels like a summer blockbuster. It's
I know. I think they didn't want to compete with Deadpool.
Yeah,
Deadpool's gonna really. No one is lining up anything next to that for that month. I think people are gonna lay very low. And also, I mean, you would have put it out in the summer. I would have put it out closer to Halloween. I would even put it out like in November, B-show. I mean, honestly, feel like people would see that, after Halloween.
Yeah, and I understand not wanting to compete with horror movies in Halloween, but crossover crowd. But there's a lot of families that will watch this that aren't going to go see Terrifier.
Absolutely. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Very excellent point. I think there's a big kids movie or something coming out around that time because that might be it. I assume this is PG-13. So we will see. But Shah, we're very excited to play finally the last trailer for Longlegs. This is not a cryptic. This is a red band trailer, 2-minute trailer that gives a little bit more of the story there. Boy, they are hyping this up to be something. I don't know if you peeped this yet, Shah. The actual the true 2-minute trailer for Longlegs.
No, but I got a full-fledged boner right now.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to share this with you guys. B-Show. So we're gonna pull up, for those who are not familiar with it, this is one of the most highly anticipated horror films of the year on paper. Nicolas Cage plays a serial killer. It's very cryptic, but this is not like the more cryptic ones we've been playing with Bible quotes. So we're gonna play. We're obviously gonna stop it, but here's a 2-minute version of the July 12th highly anticipated horror film Longlegs. It's very dark. Oh God. Nice. Like that shot. Neon, dude.
Is
Look at
it
this.
scary being a lady FBI agent?
Yeah.
Take a nice long look. A letter was left with the bodies. Signed with one word.
All right, let's stop it right here so we don't get fucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say Paul.
Right off the bat, Shot atmospherically, this reminds me of Hereditary, Silence of the Lambs kind of movie.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say Silence of the Lambs. I completely get those vibes from this. Let me ask you guys a question before we proceed to watch the rest of it. Why do you think it's called Longlegs?
I think the way he positions the bodies after he kills them.
That's actually pretty genius. Because I don't have an answer myself, honestly. So I was kind of intrigued why it's called Longlegs.
Yeah. B-Show, what do you think? I mean, that's just my first guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's how he picks his targets out. Because didn't they say Bundy had he dark-haired women and everyone's got their signature.
Family killer too, guys.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But it looks like it's set in the 80s too, because look at that cash register, the orange countertops.
It might not be modern, which would take the cell phone camera thing out of it and all that stuff. But right off the bat, I like the vibe. I like I also like the film quality. I like it's got a little bit of a haze on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the colors are definitely tainted. It gives it that old school kind of look.
Yeah, maybe also because it's 80s and maybe they want to set the mood. I don't see a bright color anywhere in this motherfucker color palette.
It's warm, almost like
yes.
lamp lighting. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It gets a little more creepy. Here we go.
I saw a beast rise up out of the sea with 7 heads and 10 horns. And on his horns he wore 10 crowns. On each head was written a blasphemous name.
What aren't you telling me?
He'll kill and kill again.
I know you're not afraid of a little bit of dark. Because you are the dark.
Maybe we should stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you just paused at the perfect time. Look at that fucking thing. What is that?
Well, I didn't want us to get fucked. I don't know. I can't tell if we're seeing nightmares, if we're seeing, I mean, B-Show, right? I don't know. I love this. She opened up Dante's Inferno, the 9 Circles of Hell. Is that Dante's Inferno, right?
I think so.
I think so.
We mentioned 80s, and look at that fucking couch. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think this is an 80s movie. What do you think?
And it's straight up Satanic Panic too. So like devil and
I haven't seen a cell phone yet.
Yeah, I definitely get 80s vibes from it. I wonder, is this supernatural or is this realistic?
I don't think it is. No, I think it's been described as a serial killer thriller. That's
right. But then what are we looking at? Because that looks like a demonic fucking.
We'll find out.
Do you guys see eyes or is it smudges on my monitor?
No, there's no eyes. You got smudges.
Little red eyes.
That's what I'm seeing.
There's eyes?
Yeah, red eyes. Yeah, I'm seeing red eyes.
I think they're right. I think those are eyes. I don't know, chat. Do you see eyes?
Yeah,
people saying this is an 80s couch. Chris Matthews like, that's an 80s couch. All right, let's wrap up the trailer there. Let's see where we land.
You still say your prayers? Never once. They scared me. Hello?
You could have been nice with me.
Yeah, look at the car.
But you didn't. Not that. It's that. All of this. I'll be waiting.
Fuck.
Damn. Shah, what are you thinking?
Well, my boner just knocked over my fucking microphone, so I should tell you. I'm
Like
fucking
Funkhauser?
sold, dude. This is one of those movies I would want to see opening weekend. Like, dude, we might have to like postpone the show and go see it on Thursday night.
Do like a field trip.
Opening night, yeah. We just got to take off a
field
week.
trip.
Because I mean, out of all the movies coming out, like honestly, this is kind of the one for me. You know.
Well, I wanted to get to that. But as far as you're concerned, this is on the radar. Maybe one of the top films you're looking forward to for the rest of the year, right?
Horror wise, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I think this one and the Cuckoo one, that one looked pretty crazy.
Yeah, Cuckoo looks very similar, by the way.
Maxine.
Yeah. Beast O'Brien. I mean, this looks like a fucked up movie that a lot of people are going to be talking about like right away.
I'm gonna do my Willie Mays Hayes and call out to center field, make a prediction. I have a feeling similar to Silence of the Lambs that she went through some shit, and either she psychologically or supernaturally is like haunted by something which drives her to solve some crazy crime. Because it seems like there's a mix of like true crime and
Religion.
like supernatural or something.
Oh, religion.
going on.
I think it's religion. Like there's a religious overtone here because we have the Bible quotes. If you guys remember that crazy trailer, they're running those Bible quotes like fucking maddening. I mean, and by the way, they're probably not even Bible quotes. They're probably from Dante's Inferno. Rich Dow, I just want to throw some people in the chat out there. I love mindfuck thrillers. Long legs may refer to how legs look in the shadows. Ooh. Yeah, Chris Matthews. I don't know what I just saw, but I like it. Dirk. It's Dirk, damn it. It works because Nicolas Cage does look like a serial killer, and Drew Yari wants to know who's paying for my therapy. Bisho, I will say this. I think from a trailer perspective, beyond effective. I mean, like they've been really playing the long game with this movie with these trailers.
Yeah, because you still like you're getting glimpses of stuff that's going on, but you still like you really don't know. I'm guessing completely what I think is going on, and I got to eat my balls a little bit. Last week I mentioned Texas Chainsaw being really nondescript trailer. I went back and I watched it. Everything's in there, but it's amazing that we've been paying attention to this movie for what 3-4 months now. We still don't really know what the fuck.
We still don't know. Yeah, Shah, that's a good point. We still really haven't seen Nicolas Cage either.
Well, that's like the art of trailers. Like this fucking movie did it right. From the teasers to the trailer, we watched 2 minutes and have no fucking idea what we just watched.
No clue.
But you're intrigued, right? Like anybody I've showed this to, they're like, "Oh, dude, like what? What am I looking at?" I'm like, "I don't know, but you want to see it?" Like that right? Like you're sold.
Yeah, and this is a thriller, like a horror thriller for sure. Drew Yari saying I'm a junkie for crime thrillers, and you throw in Nicolas Cage, who's really been on his game lately, doing a lot of good stuff. I just don't see it. But Rich Dow was like, I was talking about my poll with trailers giving away too much. This isn't one of them. Yeah, this is an effective trailer, and Shah and I have been really noticing Neon step up their game, right, Shah? As a studio.
Yeah. Neon has been, I don't know. I feel like last year they kind of shit the bed. I shouldn't say shit the bed. They had some good stuff, but I thought Ferrari was meh. I got to watch that. I don't think it was crazy.
Yeah, but Shah, but like now, I don't want to get off on the Ferrari, but isn't that a movie that you think had the potential to be very good and they just was very flat?
That one movie they had, it was like a Turkish horror or something. What was that one?
Oh yeah. Well, did they do Baskin or something?
No, Baskin was IFC.
Oh, it was IFC. Yeah, no, they did a Turkish horror movie.
Are you talking the Indian one about the demon in the bottle?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
I haven't seen it, but I heard that was a letdown.
Yeah, that's on Peacock or Hulu or one of those right now. That's out there. Yeah. I mean, Neon has the potential to be a good studio. I mean, let's see. Look, this could be their Hereditary, and then we're all going to be talking about, hey, remember when Longlegs put them on the map, and now they got like 4 or 5 great properties, and but we will see. We're all excited for it. So we'll be on that. That'll be on our radar for sure. Another trailer for a movie called The Substance. And a B-show. Now, whose film is that? I keep forgetting.
Demi Moore.
This is at Cannes. Demi Moore is back doing nudes in small market horror films, Shah. So this apparently this did very well at Cannes. Cannes is going on right now, the Cannes Film Festival in France.
I'm gonna keep calling it Kong because that's what
Kong.
you sent us earlier.
Dong. Call it Dong. So Shah, if you haven't seen this, Demi Moore, who is 60. Woof. Let's just take a quick look. She does a very creepy, this is an odd offbeat horror film called The Substance that very little is known about.
I'm sorry.
Full
Did you just say we're getting 60-year-old Demi Moore titties in a horror movie?
Full frontal, not titties, full nude.
Yeah, according to Slave Peaks, full frontal.
Yeah, Cannes. That was one of the news out of Cannes was that Demi Moore is nude in a small budget horror movie that did very well. So this is a teaser trailer. It's only 49 seconds. We probably don't have to talk through it. I just wanted to get it out there because if this ends up being something, I want people to know we were on the ball. So we're just going to take a quick look at this called The Substance. Oh, we got volume?
Yep, it's coming.
Damn, she looks good for 61.
Have you ever
Oh,
dreamt
shit.
of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA, starting a new cellular division that will release another version of yourself. This is The Substance.
So that's all we got. Now, here's what I've heard about this film. They're calling this a very creepy body horror film, Shah, where Demi Moore does, in fact, do full nude scenes.
So I completely got Brandon Cronenberg
100%
vibes from that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Antiviral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
I feel like
But
that's
he didn't have a
right up his
61-year-old
alley.
Demi Moore in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 61. B-show, yeah, right. It looks like a brand. Maybe we could just pull up who the director is. I don't. Again, they're not giving out a lot because it was exclusive for Cannes, so that's not that unusual. Wow, I keep looking at the wrong sleeve in my fucking shirt here. I just want to get an idea how somebody got Demi Moore, who doesn't really do much this century, to do a body horror film with full nudity. That's
Dennis Quaid's in it too.
Dennis Quaid is in it.
Yeah. So it says The Substance is a 2024 body horror film written and directed by Coralie Farjat.
We'll have to look him up.
And starring Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid.
Margaret Qualley. Okay, she's a young actress. She's good. She kind of looks like Demi Moore. Margaret Qualley. Can we click on this director, B? I just want to see. So it's got 4 out of 5 stars. It's a female. Okay, that first movie looks familiar there. What is that? I can't read
Revenge.
Wait, she did Revenge? Shah, you know this movie, right? This is that.
I loved Revenge. That was for the people listening, if you haven't seen Revenge and you like thrillers and like
my brother Mike is all over this movie.
Please watch this movie.
Shah, this is the Revenge person who wrote and directed Revenge.
I even have bigger hopes now. That movie was that was way better than I anticipated.
Yeah,
because I'm not big on like revenge movies. You know what I mean? Like I Spit on Your Grave. I don't really like those type of movies.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them now. For people who don't know, Shah's all over that. Revenge is a very big cult movie from like 2018. I think it came out around here in 2019. My brother Mike was talking that shit up for years. Be sure, have you ever heard of it?
I think you guys on one of our like recommendations lists a couple years ago talked about this movie.
I think Shah did actually, because my brother Mike was the reason why I know about this a lot too. Yeah, Shah, wasn't this like a Shudder exclusive for a while back in the day?
I don't know. I bought it as a blind buy from a company called Second Sight in the UK. They put out like a really nice limited edition Blu-ray of it, and I just bought it because I buy everything that Second Sight puts out. So I discovered it that way, but I'm not sure. I think it was on Shudder for a while. I don't know if it was an exclusive, but it was on there.
Yeah, I don't know if it was either, but I recognize that right away. So clearly this is this is something. I mean, like, so I can see how Demi Moore probably liked that movie, like this director there, and talked her up. She probably did it for scratch. But Bisha, I'm very intrigued about this because of who directed it and of course who's in it.
I am too. Ray Liotta's in this?
Might be the last Ray Liotta movie. By the way. This could have been made a couple years ago. But guys, I'm looking for a distributor.
You know, the sound effects did a lot. The minimalist with just like the cell reproduction was cool.
Yeah.
But anytime they get into that like Twilight Zone, Black Mirror-ish, like, ooh, do you want to live forever? Try injecting this shit in you.
Yeah.
It can always go wrong, and it always will. And to me, that's a classic trope that I can never get enough of. So
you know what's really funny about this? If you just looked at this on paper and saw Dennis Quaid, Ray Liotta, Demi Moore, would you think this was a 2024 movie? Shah?
I was gonna say it. I thought it'd come back in like 1993 or something.
This is like 94, 93, right, Bisho? Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Apparently, this is getting a lot of press at Cannes, and that's all they'll allow to be released right now. I don't even know if it has a distributor. Yeah, Chris Matthews is saying, yeah, I just checked it out, the IMDb's description. This sounds really fucked up.
All right.
Look at that shot, by the way. Look at that. I think it went up for the Palme d'Or. That's the Palme d'Or logo for Cannes. That's the highest honor right there. The top of the trail, the top of the poster.
Didn't it get like a 4-minute standing O or something like that?
It did. Yeah, but you know what? Somebody farts and it gets at 8 minutes. I don't go by that anymore. Somebody takes their balls out, you get a fucking standing ovation at Cannes.
IMDb, a fading celebrity decides to use a black market drug, a cell-replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself.
Who is Margaret Qualley? Click on Margaret Qualley. You guys may have seen her in some stuff. She's young. She's at early 20s, maybe mid 20s. She's a cute kid.
I would feel disrespected if I was Demi Moore to play this, like a faded like Hollywood star.
She's in the new Twisters. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Shah. She plays the Manson girl with the hairy armpits who wants to suck Brad Pitt's dick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. When he was like, he goes, "How old are you?" She goes, she goes, "How old are you?" He goes, "Too old to go to jail for poontang."
Oh, Jesus. Slave Cheek says this is Ozempic horror.
Perfect timing. Maybe they'll put this out a time the Cartman episode comes out on Paramount Plus. I'm intrigued just because it's the Revenge director, and I think this is definitely something we'll be keeping an eye on, see who gets a distributor for it, because it did compete for the Grand Jury Prize at the Shah Khan is really, at the end of the day, Khan is the thing. I mean, there's for artistic, regardless of star, not a star, if you're up for the Palme d'Or at Cannes, you have one of the best films of the year, right? I mean, there's just no getting around it.
Yeah, I mean, I follow a lot of movies that premiere there, and even like a lot of independent horror movies, they get a lot of hype from there. So
yeah, for sure. And this is one of them. So this is technically probably one of them. But we have a very interesting trailer that just hit today from Bloody Disgusting that I know Shah is not familiar with, but he's gonna be very familiar with, because the tenet of this film is that it is a old school practical effects gore fest. That Bloody Disgusting, I think today, right? B Show, that was they dropped it today.
I'm looking for a trailer. I see the article.
Yeah.
It's called Infernal, so I'm trying to figure out where it's at.
Yeah. So basically, Shah, Bloody Disgusting put a thing out today saying that if you wanted old school practical effects and metal, we got it, and here's the trailer. B Show, if I'm not mistaken, it says it in the article that the trailer's in there.
It does, but I can't find it. So here, I'll share so you can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, let's see if we can find it. So this, I just want to kind of keep an eye on, because we have a bunch of other stuff regardless. But look at this, Shah. So Infernal, director Eric Matthews.
Whoa.
What did he direct there, B?
Oh, here we go. That looks incredible, dude.
Here we go. It's right here. All right, we're going to see it for the first time. I read the article. B Show, it's right there in the middle. You see it?
Right here. Yep.
All right, yeah. So we might have to blow that up. So this is a 1-minute trailer.
Dark Lord, fallen angel, hear our
Low
call.
budget, but it's all practical.
We are but humble servants who beg for your favor.
This looks nice.
Why you want to find some more Sacrifice albums to add to my collection? Let's get some real music like Journey or Skinner. There are only 666 copies of this made.
Nice.
This record was used to summon demons. What the fuck is that?
Let's make a deal. A gamble for her soul.
You must answer this challenge within 13 hours.
I can't wait to watch.
All you need to do is retrieve the blade. That's where heavy metal.
They just pulled the head out of a guy's ass.
I had to pause it for a second.
They just pulled the head out of a guy's ass. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
This is like the new trauma. I love it. I'm so on board with this. I'm sorry, B show. There's only a few
No,
seconds
I
left.
was pausing it so that we didn't get a strike, but
Oh,
I
from
was not
Infernal?
expecting this.
No, this is low. This is that's what they said. It's an 80s style, low budget, practical effects horror movie. I'm all on board. Shah, doesn't this remind you of like Trauma?
Like a much better version of Trauma. This I don't know. I feel like these new cheesy movies. I always compare them to Psycho Goreman.
Yeah, I know,
But-
which is really the high bar there. Or even Turbo Kid. For some reason I compare.
Yeah,
this with
Turbo Kid. What was that other one? Tucker and Dale.
Tucker and
Alex
Dave Fight
Evil?
Evil. Yeah, that's a cult movie now. But how much is left on this feature? It's not much, right?
No, only about
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Okay, I just want to see if we have any more ass pulling. I love it. Crime House Films. I'm into it. Oh, it's funny. Bloody Disgusting. But I thought Bloody Disgusting picked it up, B. Maybe that's the trailer and they picked it up.
Maybe. Oh, I know
Yeah.
they released the article. I don't know if they picked up the actual movie because it's still.
Yeah,
funny
listen,
state.
I think we need more. I'll be honest with you. I think we need exposure to more movies like this, guys. Only because this is, if we're all being honest with ourselves, the 80s set the precedent for these movies for this to become a genre. Don't you think, Shah? Like you could shit on like the Poultrygeist movies and all sorts of stuff. But like if it wasn't for a lot of these microwave massacres and all sorts of stuff, what the genre would have kind of sucked.
Yeah, I mean, even movies like what was that? Meat Cleaver Massacre. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
With
all
the
those
big
like
fat guy,
stupid
right?
movies. They motivated these better movies that we're getting now. So it's like a stepping stone, man. You know, I just can't wait to see what kind of movies we're gonna get in like 15 years from now, where these directors like were influenced by Ari Aster and Robert Eggers and all these fucking top-notch directors.
It's gonna be horrible, like family brutal movies.
Dude, I'm gonna be the weirdest like 70-year-old man just going to movie theaters if they still exist by myself just to see like the weirdest horror movies.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, B show. Like, how many movies like this have you rented in your lifetime?
Quite a few. A few more than I'm, really proud to admit. But it's weird. Like in the 80s, you had the blockbusters, and then people rushed to copy them, and like shitty copycats were made, and some were good, some were all right. And then they kind of splintered off when it went to like comedy and parody. But then you had these that like weren't made really well, but they're fun, and they at least tried for the effects, whether they're cheesy or not. So
yeah,
I'm all for it, man. I would much rather see this than like a bad horror parody. Like I said, Young
Like
Bucks
a
horror.
Blumhouse movie. Like what I'm saying. Like I would
Yeah.
take this. So, Cha, I would watch 10 of these over 2 Blumhouse movies.
Dude, I would fucking watch my dog's asshole shit before I watch another Blumhouse movie.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like Chris Matthews is bringing up Jack Frost.
Oh fuck.
But to me, like that, the thing when I read about that was when I saw the effects, I was like, yeah, completely practical, right? All low, but this is the low, right? This is the low budget. Like you have the Longlegs with like the Academy Award winner that looks like they pumped a little money into it. It's getting major distributions, probably going to be really good, right? Then you have Demi Moore doing some weird body horror movie that's only in Cannes that they won't even release a trailer for, really. That might not even have a distributor. And then you have a bunch of guys probably shooting this after they get off work at the Quickie Mart, with one guy. Like I guarantee you one guy did all those special effects, like just like the way, which by the way, Terrifier, like Damien, people who don't know, the director and writer of Terrifier also does all the special effects, B-Show.
Absolutely. And those films wouldn't be what they are without his effects and his care to the craft. And I guarantee you with the comedy that you see in Terrifier, he was, referencing some of those old shitty schlocky 80s movies that we're talking about. This movie reminds me of like your stoner uncle that has a van with an airbrushed unicorn like dragon thing on it. And they were like, dude, I just got this camera. Let's go shoot some shit. Grab a fucking buffalo head. And it's fun. It's just that spirit of like, let's just go out and do something fun. Let's not like try to make $1 billion. Let's not try to launch a franchise that we can then, take advantage of and milk for 10 fucking years. And it's going to get bad. It's just, let's go have fun, make a movie and make it gross.
Yeah. And Shah, like I said, like we really, the foundation for even like I don't know a lot about Ari Aster or Eggers or whatever in their personal life, but I guarantee you they were renting movies like this when they were teenagers.
Yeah, I mean they're students of the game, dude. 100%. You know, you look at Quentin Tarantino. I watched a clip of him on was it Jimmy Kimmel? One of those dudes. Where they just like describe the back of VHS tapes, like shitty low budget movies, right?
Oh, it's
They
the
just
best.
they just gave him the
love that.
description, right? They just gave him the description, and he was blindfolded, and he had to guess the movies. And none of them were like famous movies. They were like the shittiest of shit.
Of course.
And he almost got all of them right. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of those dudes are like Quentin. They're students of the game. They studied this shit. They know what they're doing, man. Robert Eggers, look at that guy, dude. That guy is fucking. He literally does like homework to do his fucking movies. You know, not even just on film, on history.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, like, look at these boxes. Come on, guys. This is the best shit ever. Give me a fucking break.
I still haven't seen Slugs or Frogs. Are either of them
I've
good?
seen both. Frogs. I would watch Frogs over Slugs. I don't know.
Really?
They're not really. They're both kind of whack. Night of the Zombies. Look at this, B show. We could do a whole episode on this.
We could.
My God.
It could be a bonus where we just go through and pick the best ones. And
oh, for sure. Like
by the way, real quick, I'm gonna record my bonus after we do the Patreon, so you'll get 2 shows. Well, you'll get 3 shows technically tonight.
Oh Jesus. Oh gosh. Okay. So all right. So that's excellent. So another reason to join the Patreon, people. Now listen, I thought this would be a fun idea, Shah. We've never done this before, but I sent you guys a thing that someone posted talking about how the best horror films haven't come out yet. Now we're almost kind of halfway through the year. And generally, you know, we wait, you know, till early December. We usually do the best of the year kind of stuff. So I thought, seeing as how this year has been kind of a dud, not only just theatrically as far as blockbusters not doing well, but also horror films have been kind of a dud for the most part, right? I thought it would be fun if we took, I think there's 6 or 8 of them in that screener shot B show that this person posted, because I thought this was interesting. It might be 6. There's 6 or 8. I thought we pre-prediction now on the show. Okay. Of these are considered the the top 8 more or less horror films, you know, more or less for the year. Okay. And they're all going to theaters. Now we've seen trailers for all of these. We're all familiar with, except for Nosferatu, which we probably won't get a trailer for a while. But we were just talking about Robert Eggers, and Shah and I are pretty big fans, and supposedly this is a shot-for-shot remake. So I thought we would make a little prediction. We don't have to, I think 5 might be a bit much, but I thought if we had to pull 3 and say that if we think these 3 might end up being the top 3 horror films of the year for us, sight unseen. And then, of course, we will revisit this at the end of the year to see if that, you know, I think 5. Well, you know, let's do the 5. Fuck it. Let's do the 5. Fuck it. We'll do 5.
Yeah.
Let's do the fucking 5. Now, I know this is very difficult, and if you guys want to do this in the chat with us, do it, because I think this is fascinating. Again, we've covered all of these films. So I thought it would be funny to go from 5 to 1, each one of us right now, and then we will revisit this in December to see if we're even close, because I don't think we're going to be that off, Shah. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I think I got my 5.
Okay, B-Show, do you have a minute? Do you want to take a minute and see if you have your 5?
Do you mean 5 biggest box office or the 5 best?
No, our 5. If we had to do our 5 sight unseen mid-year without seeing any of these movies, because none of them are out, to see if they end up in the 5. Now, obviously, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8. So 3 of them ain't going to be on the fucking list. So I thought it would be fun if we all just did a quick round robin from 5 to 1. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pick my 5 right now, and I'm just going to say this because I always have to do a disclaimer, because this is my friend I've known for like 25 years, and I think the movie's going to be great, but I would never make it my favorite, because I think that's, you know, a little weird. So I'm going to put Terrifier as my number 5 for the year without seeing it.
Hold on 1 second, because I'm pretty sure he announced that he has nothing to do with this one now.
No.
Yeah, ask him, dude. He put it on his Facebook. He said that he has nothing to do with Terrifier.
Really? Oh, yeah, I got to find that out.
Yeah,
so you aware of that?
No, I didn't think
Well,
so.
regardless, I'm keeping it where it is. That's my 5 for right now. I'm going to go Terrifier, because also, like, I'm sure he's going to have a connection to it in some regard. My God, that's amazing if he doesn't, but that's wild if he doesn't. Shah, who's your 5 right now? Sight unseen.
Am I going 1 by 1 or just naming all 5?
No, we're going to go around 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So 5, I'm going to say Terrifier.
Oh, you're doing Terrifier. Okay. I just want us all to give our 5. Okay.
Yeah, that's my 5th.
B-Show, what's your 5 out of this 8?
Number 5, probably Nosferatu.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give my number 4 I'm gonna give my number 4 right now, and it's gonna be that I always forget the name of this movie now. The Jason ripoff. What the fuck is that?
Violent Nature.
A Violent. Yeah, I can't read that. I'm going Violent Nature because I think it's gonna be amazing, but I don't think it's gonna come close to some of these other movies. So that's my number 4. Shah.
I'm gonna say Cuckoo. I think that's gonna be my number 4.
All right. B Show, you're number 4.
Probably In a Violent Nature.
See, yeah, because you know you're gonna like it, but you see this other list and you go, oh, I don't think anybody's touching that.
Yep.
All right, my number 3. This is gonna be tough. I really had to think about this for a minute. I'm going Cuckoo, my number 3. I'm super excited about it. I'm very, very excited about Cuckoo. I don't know what it is. That trailer fucked me up. So I'm gonna go Cuckoo number 3. Shah, you're number 3.
So my number 3, I think I'm gonna say Nosferatu.
All right. B Show, you're number 3.
Having a hard time with this one, but I might have
really
to
hard.
put Maxine at number 3 because I'm
Ooh.
really excited for it. I like the first
What I
2.
thought.
I'm not sure it's gonna live up to the hype, so we'll see.
Really? Oh, that's not what I thought. Oh my God, you killed me. Okay. I'm gonna go my number. We all did a number 3. I'm gonna go my number 2. I'm gonna go with my number 2 right now, and I'm gonna go Maxine. I think it's gonna be great, but I don't think it's gonna be the best one of the year. I think it's gonna be up there for sure. But I'm going Maxine as my number 2. Shah?
Yeah, I'm with John. Maxine is gonna be my number 2.
Okay. Okay. B Show, I want to hear your number 2.
Terrifier 3.
Ooh, okay.
Because we don't know much about it. I really like the second one. I like the first one. We're getting into the third round here. And I know there's supposed to be some gnarly shit and some cameos, but I don't want to put it at number 1 because I'm just with movies like that are really hyped or going to be hyped. I want to under promise a little bit and hopefully be surprised.
Okay. So that leaves us with so that was your number 2. So it leaves us with number 1. As of today, right now, just on the strength of everything, and it was kind of even before today, watching the trailer, I think Longlegs looks like it's gonna fuck everybody up. I think it has every element as of right now as a trailer. It has the heaviness, the acting looks really good, the set looks good, the color palette looks good, the music looks good, and I think it's gonna fuck some people up like on a Hereditary level. So I'm going with that as my number 1. Shah?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I completely agree. Although I will say I'm shocked you left off Nosferatu.
Well, I have a thing about Nosferatu. You're going to laugh at me, but I'll tell you right
That's
after.
crazy. Robert Eggers?
No, it's not, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why after. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm sticking with Longlegs.
Okay. B Show, you're number 1.
Longlegs by a...
Right? That trailer is just the best shit I've seen in a long time.
Clean sweep, man.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, and listen, by the way, I'm sure Never Let Go is going to be very good. I'm excited for this Aliens movie. You know what I mean? But there's something about that trailer. Now, Shah, this is going to blow your mind. I'm going to say this, and I really believe this. I think Nosferatu is going to be one of the best films of the year. I think I'm going to put it in the overall. I think it's going to end up being quite possibly maybe my favorite film. Forget horror. I'm talking about movies, because that looks like it's going to be so artistic and so fucking over the top, like almost like a Joker. Like would you call the Joker a comic book movie at this point?
I mean, I wouldn't, because I don't like comic book movies, but I mean, I love that movie. It's more like a drama to me, you know?
Yeah. I think Nosferatu is going to end up on my regular film list. I'm really excited about it. Let me ask you guys a question, because some of these people brought up Aliens will be at the box office one. What do you guys think about this Alien one? Because Drew Yari's talking about it in A Violent Nature. People talk about, Slave Cheeks is going, Nosferatu is probably going to get an Oscar nomination for makeup. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's going to transcend. I think we're getting the performances. It's going to be very dramatic. Shah, it's also a silent film, isn't it?
I think so. I don't want to say it is, but
dude,
I mean,
it's a silent film.
I would almost, because isn't that
no dialogue? No, there is. There is. We don't hear the dialogue because it's not a talkie. We see it. Shah, what if they did it where they talk where you have the words in the dialogue?
Dude, I would swear that it is a silent film. I thought it was.
Oh my god, dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, we haven't seen anything from that. We've
And
seen
honestly, dude, Eggers would be the one to pull off a silent film. Like
100%.
he's the guy to do it, you know?
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine this cocksucker makes a silent film, puts it out Christmas Day, and it gets nominated for a bunch of Oscars?
Oh my god. Has anyone tried to do a silent film?
Yeah, there was
mainstream
that
like
movie,
this?
The Artist. It was a silent film. It was
okay.
in the
Yeah, it was 2
90s or
years
early.
ago.
Yeah, that was very big. Miramax put that out. That was a foreign
Yeah.
film, but it was nominated for everything. I mean, I couldn't get into it. I just didn't like it. I thought it was a little dry. But B-Show, just to conceptually, and we don't know it's a silent film, but I'm just saying conceptually, if it's a black and white silent shot-for-shot remake of Nosferatu, like that comes out on Christmas Day, and it becomes the most talked about, like almost like this cult phenomena movie. I mean, wouldn't that? I mean, I don't know how you get your head around that.
It would be something, although there are a lot of people that would say, if it's shot for shot, why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you do something
Well,
different?
because
Now,
it's a silent. I mean, a shot-for-shot silent film. My God, I mean,
well, because that's the same critique people had about Psycho when they remade it with Vince
it was
Vaughn, I
shot
think
for
it
shot.
was.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
That it,
pretty-
it was shot for shot. Like, why would you do that? Didn't make it
Yeah.
any better. Was it a Gus Van Sant movie?
Yeah, it was, and he was hot
Okay.
shit right then. He was
Yeah.
hot shit.
So I could see people being disappointed, but just stylistically alone, if they take that chance and have the balls to do that, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, Shah, you're right. If there's probably 3 people walking around that can do it, and he's easily one of them.
Yeah, did you guys see the Ari Aster thing I sent you? He's doing like a stop motion.
Hansel
movie,
and Gretel, yeah. There's
Yeah.
very little news on it. We were going to talk about it, but there's not a lot of news on it.
Yeah,
But
I'm excited.
yeah, Slave Cheeks brings up soundtrack. Maxine sounds like if it goes full 80s, I could see that being like the soundtrack of the year. Shah, can't you? I can see people getting really behind that.
Yeah, I think Maxine is going to 100% have the best soundtrack this year. I think.
Yeah, for sure. Don't you think so, Bisho?
Absolutely, hands down. And what's funny is someone brought up Alien. I think Alien is going to be good, but it also I think has too much stink on it from the last couple of movies where people weren't super thrilled about them.
A little
So
boring.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Alien because that's the guy who did the Evil Dead remake, right? Isn't that who is the Alien, guys? Is it the is that the person who did the Evil Dead now? The most recent Evil Dead? I know I always get that person confused.
Yeah, the guy that did Evil Dead is doing the Alien movie. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's like how could of course I want to see that. Like, you know what I mean?
Fede Alvarez, yeah.
Fede Alvarez. Okay. And then of course we'll do a little research on the back end about Uncle Creepy and Terrifier 3. But now that you mention it, Shah, I don't see him talking about it. Oh my God, that's wild. Interesting.
No, he mentioned he definitely put it up, and he was like saddened about it. He definitely put that up.
Oh my God. Yeah, he did the 2013 Evil Dead, which, my God, I think that needs a revisit. But we have a shit ton we want to get to in the Patreon. And of course, Shah is going to be dropping a big solo show along with the Patreon. So we got a lot going on there. But let's plug everybody. Let's plug Deathmatch Outlaws. Let's plug the Juyari Experience. Let's plug Cassette Classics 86 on YouTube. And of course, the Down on the Thundercast. We got Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle. They're doing their show every week. The old wrestling podcast there. And of course, Necromaniacs, they're dropping shows every week. So you want to be checking out for weekly horror news there. In Human Experience Podcast, and of course, Mojo and Dirk's Most Dastardly show. We have the Garden of Doom. We have the Old Guy Metalcast. And of course, our good friend, Mr. Anderson's clothing company, funkbetty.com. Get yourself some nice summer clothes. Go to funkbetty.com today. MJW Games, and of course, Cherry Jesus on YouTube and his band Kaiser. And we got my buddy Rich Dow. He has his podcast going out there. Shout out to him, of course. Red River Podcast. That's Sam Hoyos and his band Playing Dead. You want to be checking all that stuff out. He puts out some great content there. And of course, he puts out some great music. Bayou Geeks. That is Fate 316. And of course, we have the Midnight Mass Creature Cast. We have the Weekly Detour with our good friend Anthony Alston and his pal Teddy. And we got the Guns and Geeks podcast. Shah, what's happening on Planet Mondo? Kids are asking me.
Nothing right now. I'm still adjusting to the new job. So, I have some content on there that I put out a few weeks ago. Go check that out. Let me give me a few weeks to just adjust to life again. And I'm finally starting to start talking and dating, kind of. Not yet. I haven't gone on any
He and the G.
Getting out there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get out there a little bit more.
Good for you.
Finally feel healed. So I feel good. And new job. There's a lot of new things happening. So
Yeah,
you know,
and of
give me
course,
some
you
time
said
to
you're going to
adjust.
be recording after the Patreon. You're going to be doing that. Was that the movies that inspired you? Correct?
Yeah, movies that inspired me. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
record tonight. I don't know. Should I put it out tonight or should I wait for like a day to put it out so it's not
Do it tonight.
overwhelming?
You feel it?
So
Do you feel? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling the Holy
no,
Spirit?
I'm gonna record it tonight. I'm just debating on if I should put it out tonight or give them a day to
Give it all,
listen
Shah.
to
The
it.
Patreon deserves it all.
Yeah, so fuck it. So you'll get a bunch
Hey,
of different shows.
Patreon, you're getting a lot. Another reason to go to patreon.com/Spitball Media. Be sure for that $5.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Give it to him. It's
And
like a
be sure
fucking
about that B Show Brian channel.
coming soon. Coming soon. BeShowBrian.com. Like, subscribe, and go check out some of the older stuff I've done. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. He's got tons of content on there. He's done quite a bit of extensive reviews. And of course, the Patreon people know B Show has been doing a shit ton of solo work this year on a lot of wrestling stuff. But, Shah's going to be dropping mad knowledge. I'm excited for this movies that inspired you, Shah. I'm curious to see where some of these land. I feel like I know a bunch, but I also feel like I'm going to be surprised. And that's one of the beauties of the Patreon. So you want to go to patreon.com/break the app. And of course, thank you to everybody hanging out with us, chilling tonight. And of course, we appreciate all the love on the free. And please hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Let's build up this YouTube. Let's make it something. Let's make it something fun. I'm gonna have tons of nice shirts for the summer. I've got a zillion. I got more shirts like this than I have cardigans at this point. So we're switching over from cardigans to the Hawaiian shirts. I don't know what. There's some kind of parrot. The fuck. I don't know. It's a blue parrot. And listen, we're going to record an excellent show for the Patreon. Shah's going to record an excellent show for the Patreon. And of course, if you're on the Patreon, get your questions in for the month of June. Now, a little program note, guys. Did we decide we're recording Tuesday next week? Remember, because I said I was going to be here.
That works for me. Yeah.
Shah, Tuesday or Monday? Because I'm out.
Let's do Monday because I'm celebrating my birthday with my mom on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. B Show, can you do Monday?
I might be able to make Monday. I'll let you know.
Or we could do late Tuesday. I just don't know if we'll be live. You know what? We're going to figure it out.
We'll record.
Maybe we do it a little bit later Tuesday. Just record it and put it out Thursday. In which case, we won't have a live show. I'm skipping out of town for a little bit. Doing a little vacation in Jersey for a little bit at the Jersey Shore, which I'll talk more about in a couple of weeks. But thank you guys for hanging out. We're heading over to Patreon. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week on Spitball Media Podcast.